Hello and welcome to Walker Analytics. I'm Wesley Walker, the founder of Walker Analytics, and in today's video I'm going to provide an updated version on how to set up Google Analytics 4 using the new Google tag. Now, if any of you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more Google Analytics tutorials, tips, tricks and more. Drop a like if you found this video useful, and let me know what you thought about the video in the comment section down below. The Google Analytics 4 configuration tag is now gone and has been replaced with the Google tag. So I previously did a video showing you how to set up Google Analytics 4 using the configuration tag, but as that has now been replaced with the new Google tag, I thought it was time to do an updated video, as some of you have also been requesting for that to be the case. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to set up Google Analytics 4 with that new Google tag, and hopefully that should provide you with all the information that you need. Let's get right into it. So right now you can see that I'm in my Google Tag Manager container, and what we need to do is create this new tag, this new Google tag, so that we can send the data straight into Google Analytics 4. So if I click add a new tag, and we have tag configuration, and there are two ways to select this tag. You can go straight into the Google Analytics section, or you can go straight into Google tag. I will go into Google Analytics, and then you can see here that the GA4 configuration tag is no longer present. So your only options for GA4 tags is the Google tag or the GA4 event tag. So we're going to select the Google tag. Great, so now you'll see that we have this tag ID here. So in this place, this is where you would put your GA4 measurement ID, but that's not the only thing that you can put in there. You can also put in your ID for your AdWords tags and for other Google products that typically use the Google tag. You can put in the ID in there. But for the case in this video, we're just going to be worrying about Google Analytics. So we will put the tag within here. So if we go into Google Analytics and we have the property here, so this assumes that you know how to already set up a Google Analytics property from default. If you don't know how to do that, I will put a link in the description and in the comments to show you how to go through that full process from end to end. So now if you click into the admin section at the bottom left, and then go into data streams, and then select your data stream, you'll see your measurement ID here. And now this is the data that we need to send over to Google Analytics from the new Google tag. So if we go back into the Google tag, let's paste that here. And now we've included the information that we need in the tag ID, which is a good start. So you'll notice that there are some more features here that we didn't have previously in the GA4 configuration tag. So the first is configuration settings. So now what this is there's a new feature called configuration settings variable, and this allows you to have multiple parameters included within one settings variable. So rather than having to create a new parameter for each individual tag, you can actually create one settings variable which has all of those parameters within it. So this can be quite useful for many use cases. One, let's say for example, you have multiple markets that your company operates in, and you have one GTM container across all of those markets. You will of course naturally have multiple Google tags within that container, but your site templates might be exactly the same. So if you want to configure multiple Google tags to have similar configuration parameters, such as defining like the host name, defining the page title, the URL, making changes to your configuration data, you can do that within here by defining the configuration parameters, and you can roll that out to multiple Google tags by a click of a button or a click of a few buttons, rather than having to create a new configuration parameter each time like you had to before. And there are a list of predefined parameters within Google's own documentation to show you what can and cannot be added. And I'll put the link to this in the description below so you can see all the predefined configuration settings parameters that you can use. You can also put in place event settings variables. So like with the configuration settings where you can have multiple parameters within the settings variable, you can do that at the event level. And what this will mean is that rather than it changing all the configuration tags, which is what configuration setting does, the shared event settings will update all of your event tags. So this can be quite useful as well for having multiple event parameters across multiple events, which could be very useful for yourself. Let's say, for example, you have a travel website and you want to capture the search and book journey. You may have a search event which includes, or you'd like to include, the passenger number that was done in that search, the departure date, the duration, the destination, so the country that they're staying in. You can create an event settings variable for that, and then you can then reuse that event settings variable on the purchase tag if the data is all available in the data layer, so that you can tie up searches and purchases together within Google Analytics 4. And that becomes very useful because you don't have to then go in and individually create every parameter on each event tag. You do it once and you reuse it. This definitely would have saved me quite a lot of time over the last year working with GA4, but I'm glad that it's available there now. So the next thing we need to do is define the trigger. So we want to use the initialization or the all pages trigger for this because we want it to fire as early as possible across all the pages. So we'll use initialization because that's earlier than the all pages trigger. And now we'll give it a name. So I'll call it GTag, GA4, and then paste the measurement ID. And save it. So now what we'll need to do is test that this Google tag is behaving in the way that we would expect. So if we now go into preview mode and let's connect to the website that I've implemented the tag on, and that has now loaded. Cool. So if we click on it, great, we can see that the tag has fired just as we would expect and fired on initialization, which is great. So tag has fired, which is exactly what we needed to happen. And now what we'll do is we'll go into Google Analytics and just check that it has received the data within the debug view. So go to debug view. And yeah, fantastic. We can see that the page view has been fired, which is exactly what we need to do. So now all we have to do now is submit the container, call it new Google tag, and then publish. And that's it. The tag has now been installed on the website and we've now set up GA4 with the new Google tag. So that is how you now set up Google Analytics 4 using the new Google tag within Google Tag Manager. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you on my next video.